After creating the dataverse table and configuring it forms and views, now it's the time to create the front end. Here the front end is the model driven app. Hey everyone, this is Prashant Chaudhary. I welcome you all to my channel Classic Power App. This is the part 4 of this model driven app series. In this video, we will add or utilize the dataverse table form and views into our model driven app. So let me take you to my screen. Here I am on my Power App home screen and on the solution tab. I select my solution where I have maintained my table, and on the apps I click on this new and click on this app, and then I have the option to select canvas app, model driven app and page. So we'll go with the model driven app. We need to give some name to our model driven app, so we'll say model driven series app. If you want to add some description, you can add that too, but I'm just leaving it blank, and then click on create. It would set up everything for you. So now it opened the model driven editor screen for me. Here I can see the middle section is something that you will get in the runtime of your app. This right portion is the properties of the component that you have selected through the left panel. As if we are on the page, so these are the properties that are associated with this app for now. You can change the default icon. You can use some web resources like any type of png, any type of jpg file that you need to add inside your solution, and then you can add that image as a web resource to your app, so that once you play the app, that image would come. That's how you can change the icon of your app. So now each app should have some screen. That screen we can call as page or whatever you want to call. So we'll create the new page for our app. Okay, before going to the page, let's try to understand the other portions. We have on the second, we have the data, and inside the data, if I expand this in your environment, these are the tables that are stored inside my environment. So model driven is directly connected with the dataverse. That's why all the dataverse table you will get into this directly. And this is the automation. If you have any power automate flow or any automation, whether it's the workflow or maybe any other process, you can get it here. So we'll create the new page, click on the new, then it would ask you what type of page you want to create, whether you want to get some dataverse table, whether you want to populate some sort of dashboard, whether you want to populate some urls, web resource, or the custom page. So there is a different use cases where you can select the options, but for now we'll go with the database table. We click on this next, and then we need to select whether our table is the new table or our table is existing. So we already created the new our table for us, so we'll search for our table and then select the table. Do we want that to be in the navigation? Yes, and then add. As you hit on this, now you will understand the concept of forms and views. I'm not doing anything here. I simply do the save, and then I publish my app. Publishing is, again, I'm repeating myself, it is something that you will get all your customization in the runtime of your app. That's why we publish our app. And now I simply play my app. So it will ask my credentials, and then here you can see my model application is ready to use. Now you notice that it is showing only two columns, name and created on. But if you remember through the last video, we have created a view where we have added some more columns. So if you expand this drop down, we have this view here. We can directly select this and we will get all these columns here. So this is the drop down through which you can select your view. By default, active and the table name is the default view that everyone will get once they play the app. So if you have any other view that you want to set as default, you can select that view as default. Okay, so let me select this as my default view. Now, if I go click on this new, I can find this section: student name, age, date of birth, email. And you can also notice that some drop down is there at the top. New student form, this is the form that we have created and we have added these columns. If we expand this, we have some other options also, but you notice that we have only two options: new student form and the information form. So information form is also the main type and student form is also the main type. What is this main type? Let me help you to recall that thing also. If we go back, if we go to the table, student table and forms, we can see we have two different type of main forms: information and student form. That's why it is showing you only two options in the drop down. So whatever forms that you will find here, these forms are the main type of form. Okay, so let's add one: data. Let me put some age. So if you remember, like we have used the different control to pass the age value. I can pass some, not 62. Okay, let me refresh. 16. Let me put some date of birth is mine. Let me put any date of birth. Okay, and then you can pass some value: abc@gmail.com. If you just save this, you can notice that the user photo, I'm not able to add any photo for now. But if I click on this save, now I can choose any file to upload as my photo. So it's like first you need to save the record, then you can add the photo with this record. So we can do it later. Let's go back and go to the view of this, and I can see I have this name, photo, age, and my email. If I want to add it, let me select one pic. If I have anything, it is uploading my photo, and then that's how you can do save and close. So here you can notice that the image is also populating at this side. That's how this image is used as a primary image for this table call. So that is all in this video, everyone. So in the next video, we will start utilizing the other capabilities of the dataverse and start seeing into the model driven app. So thank you all and stay tuned for the next video.